Hi everybody, Yarnberry here. Wanted to share with you guys for the longest time how we make our long strand striping, self-striping sock yarn. This is an amazing base. We just got in our 2019 yarns, and this base is cashmere superwash merino with nylon in it so that it's perfect for socks. So all I'm doing is I've got an 18-yard warping board here, and I'm just wrapping the yarn back and forth. And this is what takes so long. You have to know how many yards you can do, how many wraps you can get out of it, so that you can stop with a 100-gram skein too. No small feat. So you go all the way down to the bottom, you wrap around the last peg, and then you come back up. And then when you go to tie it off, which you tie it off like crazy, about 2 for every yard, then you end up splitting the yarns, and they split one from the other, and you end up with this massive hank that, if you look at another video I have on Facebook, you'll see goes around our entire house, which you then have to carefully hand wind into a ball, and then it goes, actually after it's painted, it gets put all around the house. We wind it into a hand wound skein, and then it gets put into a cake, and then you can take the cake and you can work your socks identically up, as well as shawls, scarves would be amazing with this stuff. I can get about 6 or 8 rows. I can't remember exactly right now. Probably more like 6 rows, and I got about 8 colors on my last pair of socks. They're up on Facebook. That was for 18 yards. I'm doing 16 this time. I think I learned my lesson a little bit. So while we're here, I wanted to share with you guys some more stuff we have going on. How am I going to be able to see them? Okay, I'm not. That's the answer. This is Hexy Heaven, aka Imp Sock. It's going to be amazing. This is the new yarn I'm working with. It's so soft, you guys. This is probably the best one that I've ever found. It's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, so it's super strong. And get this, it's 550 yards per 100 grams. They call this lace. I call it very fine socks on maybe double zeros. I can't wait to get this cast on, which is why I'm warping, because tomorrow we're dyeing. This, see how bright it is? Is that the one? This is the one. This is bamboo. This is 80% bamboo and 20% superwash merino. Then we have another one that's like, it's amazing. It's like, I know what it is. It's 70-20-10. Superwash merino, cashmere, nylon, and it's in a sport weight. We got many sport weights. We're trying to replace our Imp Sport, so we're finding what we can use. This, to die for. I can't wait to dye it tomorrow. This is 50% yak, 50% silk. It's very expensive. Comes in 50 and 25 gram hanks so that you can make gradients. You can make a beautiful shawl, and it's 50%, so it's not as hot as like some of the other yaks we've had in the past. So, Pixie number 1.
Hi.
You're on the spot. Are you in frame?
Yes.
Good. Can you explain to them how you went from a cone to a skein and got the right measurement of 100 grams? That's the hardest part.
I wound it. You told me how to do it.
You gotta tell them. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna tell them. You're telling.
I wound the onto the ball winder. Took away the weight of the.
And then she took this off and put it up here on the scale, and then we got the tear going.
It's 32 grams, and so then it was 132 grams. Take the 132 gram ball, wind it up onto that thing, and throw it onto the couch because we're gonna wind a bunch of yarn. And yeah.
Because we're dying.
Yeah.
Die. So what are you winding now? So you didn't explain to them.
Nylon cashmere.
You didn't explain to them how you go from a ball. You said, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so you take it from the ball.
Keep it give it tension by holding onto the thread while it wound off onto here. stop it when it hit the yardage that it ended at, and
that gave you the number.
Yeah.
So now you know how many yards there are in 100 grams,
Right.
which I'm really excited. There's 550 yards in this lace stuff, and we're winding this lace stuff. Super fine fingering. I love it. And it's got nylon. I mean, who isn't making nylon socks? I mean, come on. So it'll make lovely shawls too, especially if we do the long strand gradient. Anyway, so if you buy the stuff like this, it's going to be like $25. But if you buy it like that, I could probably sell it 2 different ways. We could sell it in an 18-yard hank that you wind into a cake. I'll buy your lonesome for cheaper than we would.
Figure out how to get it around your house.
Exactly, and keep it away from everybody who's in your house, including people, terrorizing people, terrorizing animals.
Unless you figured out, like, if you had dining chairs like this, you can wind it back and forth like the board.
Well, that's kind of what I did. I wound it all around everything.
Wound it all over the whole house.
I wound it on everything.
Yeah, we were walking around the home making laps.
No one touched it except for Grandma, who almost tripped. Bad mommy. So yeah, that's where we're at. We have so much yarn to play with, you guys. This is not even part of it. There was a stack in that corner, I kid you not, when I came home for my birthday weekend, that was like taller than that lamp over there. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm really not. This is the yarn for Swan Lake. I'm so excited about Swan Lake. I can't stand it. So this, I'm not supposed to show you this. I'm going to put a spoiler. How's that? I'll put spoiler alert, big time spoiler alert, up on the thing. This is Swan Lake, or no, White Swan. So she's got 4 skeins of undyed that has beautiful, absolutely beautiful sprinkles. And they came out so good, and you're not in the lights. You're not seeing this. Isn't it pretty? That's like one color. We do this one color, and I always use it for my sprinkles because I just love it. Okay, so then we have Lake, which is a light to dark, and a blue. And you're not, there you go. And it's got those blue beads. If you go to my Facebook page, you can see the blue beads that we have for it. Plum Pudding, which is also, low battery. Plum Pudding, which is also a light to dark gradient. And then the Esprit de Gore. I just love these colors. So this is, they're not tied up, so I'm kind of confused. Not too confused. These are beautiful. Man, I love these. So I don't have them all, but this is Prince because I saw the Black Swan. This is not very dark in this photo. They're very dark in person. And the Prince had a costume that was black with green showing through. And so he's got dark green beads. And then, here we go. Let's see if I can get the right color. Isn't that gorgeous? That's the Black Swan. And I am thrilled. Can you tell? I'm absolutely thrilled at how these came out. We had to dye them 3 times. Once to get the base on. The next time, you can see the base is like, I'm not going to be able to show you this very well. Yeah, you can see it. The base is like this beautiful blue. And I think another color, I'm not sure. Anyway, and then we coated it with black, and it came out so pale that I hated it. And so while I was gone, Trusty Rusty over here, Pixie #1, does all this stuff. Cranks everything out. She's so great. She took care of it all, and voila, we have Swan Lake. And I can't believe it because I've got like, you know, what do I have to do? 500 rows for an heirloom. And this is a center medallion heirloom, for those of you who don't know. It is amazing. It's got beautiful beads, lots and lots of beautiful beads. This is the one for the Blue Lake and the Plum Pudding. I think I want Plum Pudding to be blue too. Forgive my trying to recover from the weekend. It was quite the thing. Okay, this is a real spoiler. I'm spoiling. I can't help it. This is the shawl pin. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got that ancient feel. I just love it. And then we found this bracelet too. Everything has either a swan or a feather And the first 10 people to order, this is a good reason to do spoiler, right? Because y'all are going to want to know that the first 10 people to order, 12? Their necklaces. They're the swans they mate for life. How could anyone hunt a swan and not kill its mate? I saw something like that on YouTube the other day. I was so disgusted. The poor mate.
Swans?
Yes. The mate was there and he was holding it up like it was this big deal. And then the other one is standing there by the boat just screaming in agony. And he's just laughing and having a good time. How do you do this? How do you do this? I'm sorry.
Who does that? They're supposed to be like the
Who does
bird
that?
of love or whatever. They're supposed to
And
be
it should be a
romantic
law,
things that you
right?
keep in a pond.
There's laws for everything. There's laws about walking across the grass. Why don't they have it about the swans?
You can't kill a woodpecker.
Anyway, these are free. Free to the first 10 orders, 12 orders. Did I say that right? I keep messing up, so I'm going to shut up now. Bye.
We're such hippies.
We're such idiots. Say goodbye.
Hi.
Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll get a rambling up for you guys. I'm sorry it's been so long. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. Have a good one. See you soon.